Hey everybody, welcome to the Beachpreneurs Hangout. You're here with me, Kelly McCausey, my Beachpreneur partner, Nicole Dean.
Hey.
Our Beachpreneurs Lifestyle Conference in Daytona keynote speaker, Therese Sparby.
Hello! Hi!
And the newest addition to our all-female entrepreneur speaker lineup, Faydra Koenig.
Woo! Love Faydra!
All right. Hi, everyone. How you guys doing?
I'm fabulous.
So good, so good. It's and what better way to spend an afternoon with than with amazing women? This is awesome.
Or morning.
We get to hang out with the coolest people ever.
And we get to be in person at the end of this month. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get on a plane and see everybody.
And that's funny for you to say that because didn't you just get off a plane?
I did. I just got back from we went to Honduras and a couple of different places. Bob and I went on a cruise with the Internet Marketers Cruise and Nam's group of people. So it was awesome. And I will totally turn around and get back on a plane to go to Florida because there's just nothing like the Beachpreneurs Lifestyle Conference. I'm so excited.
The first Beachpreneurs Lifestyle Conference, we had your husband, Bob Jenkins, was one of our keynote speakers. So it's too cool to have the flip side.
The other half.
The other half.
Oh, come on. You're not going to leave that out there. The better half.
Well,
we're all thinking it. Just say
I
it.
would say it, but self-puffery is so my style.
So if you're watching the Hangout, you can ask questions. If you're at the actual Google Hangout address, you can ask questions, or you can Facebook me messages. I do have Facebook. I am paying attention. If you want to ask Therese a question, if you want to ask Faydra a question, if you have a question in general about the Daytona conference, we want to answer all your questions. But to get us rolling, Therese, I want to ask you about the message you're going to be sharing. You're going to be opening us up on Friday. You're the very first speaker, and you've titled your session Starting on Solid Ground.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about the whole message and theme of the Beachpreneurs Conference being from frazzled to freedom, and how often female entrepreneurs in particular really feel frustrated because there's so much stuff on our plates. We play a million roles on any given day. And so what I really wanted to do was take the time that I have with everybody that's there and create an atmosphere that has us really stop the frazzle before we even begin the conference, so that every ounce and morsel of brilliance and wisdom that everybody throughout the conference shares, all the speakers share, they're easily absorbed and implementable, as opposed to feeling overwhelmed or frustrating ourselves even more with it. So that's the premise and the basis behind starting on solid ground.
Preach it, sister.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, our theme is making a shift from frazzled to freedom. And I have to admit I don't feel frazzled very often because I've been mentored by people who help me build a business where I create income, not work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't create a lot of work for myself. But
I'm writing that down.
Yeah.
I do want to say I'm right now, between now and the day that I leave for Daytona, I'm house sitting for my sister. And that means that right now I am home in my own place for this. It's easier to do hangouts and interviews and coaching at my desk. But I'm working off my laptop. I'm not in my usual routine. And I do find that the slightest curveball can make me feel frazzled. And so I thought this is a perfect opportunity while I am still close to my home office to ask myself, what is making me feel this way? Like, here's something I discovered. If you're going to edit a document on your laptop, you need to have the same fonts you have at home. Or things are going to look funky as all get out.
Yep.
That made me feel frazzled, so that's on my to-do list to send my fonts to my computer, to my laptop. You know, is there anything, Therese, that frazzles you about your business? Is there anything you need to tackle?
So I'm much in the same boat as you are, 'cause given that I've committed myself to creating the kind of life that I want, and it really literally, if something looks like work or smells like work, I run the other direction. And it's not because I don't want to put forth effort. It's actually because if it's not resonating and feels like a heck yes to me so much that it makes it easy, then I let it go. Now, like you're saying, there are things that will leave me feel frazzled for a moment, right? So even something as simple as logging on to Google Hangouts today, where it was like, you know, I had a coaching call scheduled right up until the end of when we were supposed to be together, and then logging on when it doesn't go my way, if I don't leave myself the space, I can lose my mind and try to and not know which way to turn. So I end up like frazzled and not in a Zen state, right? Which is mostly what I'm used to, is the happiness and the joy, and things just come easily and naturally. But it is true that if, gosh, so many different factors, but like if the time pressure is shortened and I don't have enough space to like just relax and do what I want to do, I could rush myself, and then I get frustrated and irritated a lot easier. So there, and with all the demands as a female entrepreneur that we have on our time, it's important to pay attention to those. Like, how much time am I giving myself? I had one of my good friends the other day said to me, well, I operate on the basis that it takes me 4 weeks to do something that it would take somebody else 2 hours to do.
Oh my gosh. Truth.
Right?
Hashtag truth.
Like, but it's not just her, right? We all think, oh, everybody else could do this in a much quicker time period. But then we operate as if, like, then because I should be able to do it in 2 hours, I'll only give myself 2 hours, and then get mad and angry and frazzled when it's not complete within those 2 hours, when it was an unrealistic time frame to begin with. So really looking at paying attention to, you know, Therese, when do I need to schedule at least 15 minutes prior to a Google Hangout so that I can get on and be relaxed? That kind of thing. Does that make sense? Does that even answer your question, Kelly?
Sure. Sure. Nicole, something that you're really good at, and Therese, I know you are too. Faydra, I can't remember for sure what I've seen you do, but you guys are really good when you're traveling at a live event at being very present and disconnected from whatever is happening elsewhere, so that you can make the most of the event and the people around you.
Yes.
But that takes some preparation. So
Absolutely.
did you come by it easily, or through some hard lessons? How is it that you're able to just show up and not be worried about things back elsewhere?
Go ahead, Therese. I'll let you go first, hon.
Well, so I was probably off the deep end, the present side, right? Like, I actually would go to events and be so fully immersed and so present that I would let my other responsibilities and emails and stuff like that just fall off the wagon. Like, I would just totally, completely ignore it. So it wasn't like love at first sight and I knew exactly what to do in a way that it didn't have an impact I didn't want to create. But as you spoke to, Kelly, it's so important to start designing partnerships and having conversations with people before you go to live events. And that includes your customers and your family members, letting them know, hey, I can touch base with you once at the end of the evening. We'll have a 10-minute chat, but I'm really going to reserve like this space and time for me, so that you're getting the retreat feel, especially at the Beachpreneurs Lifestyle Conference, where we're going to be a bunch of amazing women all together hanging out. You're going to want to make enough space intentionally in your calendar, and then leave your away messages on that say, hey, I'll be responding to you in the next 5 days, after I return from the conference that I'm at. So it wasn't easy to begin with. The present part is easy for me, and is something I've been working on for a while. But the not having the negative impact on the other side of it was something I really had to counterbalance and get intentional about.
How about you, Nick?
For me, it was a process. Like most people, it is a process. But, I'm looking at the ROI of the event, and I've spent all that money, on either gas or airplane tickets, on hotel rooms. I've taken that time out of my schedule to be immersed in this culture and with this community. And for me to be sitting up in my room, answering emails is completely counterproductive and completely non-effective for me. So, and I see people do that, and it always makes me kind of wonder if there's a true emergency or if it's just putting out fires that would kind of fizzle on their own, because I have found that most times things that are, oh my God, it's an emergency, if you give it an hour, it's dealt with on its own. If you give it a day, it's completely dealt with. So, and sometimes, too, it's good to let other people know that you're not going to just be boom, boom, boom responding to them unless you're like a virtual assistant. But even then you have to put in those boundaries, because you started this business so you could have a life, not so you're tied to your computer. I've even seen people at events with headphones on the entire time, answering calls and stuff. You're missing out on the connection and on the magic and honestly on the money that comes with an event. I mean, the things that you're working on at that moment most often do not have the same type of impact as if you would close your computer case and head downstairs and, shake hands, laugh with people, and get to know them and have relationships like this that we've built from events. I met Therese first at an event. I met Faydra first at an event, and, that was the starting point of something that I consider to be absolutely invaluable and precious in my life. So I'm glad I wasn't sitting upstairs on my computer at that time. But as far as, practical answer, yes, I have people that help me. I plan in advance. I work my butt off before I go to an event to make sure that I've got my mailing scheduled, things that I need. Or I just go, you know what, I'm just going to take the weekend off, not mail anything, and that's going to be okay, and I'm just going to be fine with that. So it is an intentional thing. It's not like you just show up and go, oh, I'm here, and then all of a sudden things happen. Or worse, plan a launch over
man,
while you're gone. And then something breaks, the hosting goes down, there's a delivery issue or something, and you're like, ah! And you miss the entire magic. That's so not cool. So that's my long answer to a short question, Kelly. How are you?
Faydra, I wonder, I was watching one of those TV shows recently where entrepreneurs are competing to show how awesome they are, and they seem to perceive that a really successful, hungry entrepreneur is frazzled. Like if you're not living on your 7th Starbucks, you're not serious. How much do you think people buy into that idea that they've got to be crazed to look like they're working hard or that they're worthy of respect?
Yeah, I think it happens all the time. Just as Nicole was describing, when you see that person at a conference who looks like they're multitasking, it sends a signal that that's what powerful people do. If they're dressed well and they have a sense of command, it gives the impression that that's what that looks like. And if you're impressionable, then you're definitely going to react to that. I don't subscribe to that. I have a long work experience history as a case manager, and that taught me how to be very succinct and be able to have systems in place so I don't have to be there in order for my business to run. And this is exactly what Therese is talking about, it's what Nicole is talking about, and I know it's what you do, Kelly. We have systems in place and we work smart, not hard. That's the key. But I do think it's unfortunate that we see shows that are making it look like that, and like you said, that you've got to scramble over the top of other people, that you've got to somehow use shady tactics, and that you've just got to be go, 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 and it is nothing like that.
Yeah. Nick, I don't think we could have chosen a better set of speakers to demonstrate the lifestyle side of a lifestyle business. With Therese and her "If It Smells Like Work, I Run." Faydra, you're a busy gal pursuing all kinds of interests. You're taking a photography class. You run to be there for any one of your kids when they have something going on that you can participate in. I love seeing Kristen, her pictures of her, the real life ninja. Not just the book ninja, her karate courses, Natalie with her creativity, and every one of you are people who I would describe as being very committed to the growth of your business.
Yeah.
That you can be that committed and enjoy your life.
Yeah.
You're modeling that. You're going to model that for everyone at the conference. And I'm kind of excited.
I know, I'm so excited because I'm the newbie of all my girlfriends and being part of this wonderful collective group of amazing women. And the reason that we went from someone you saw at an event to someone you want to know to being friends is because we resonate on the same level. We're not frazzled women, so we don't freak each other out, we don't wear each other out, we don't bring drama to the scene because we're calm. And people want what we're having, as Therese would say, and they want to know why we can get so much done with such grace and ease, and that when we're at conferences, we're loud, giggly, hugging, kissing, and just enjoying one another, and we're not over in the corner on a cell phone and being introverted, which everyone knows I'm the introvert of the group, and nowadays I never hide. So it's about that calm piece and being present in the moment when you're there, and as Nicole said, soaking up every bit of value. People put immense effort and economics into being somewhere, and to be able to make the most of it, you owe that to yourself.
Yeah.
So viewers, you might be wondering, the Beachpreneurs event is 21 days away. It is not too late to join us. We just had one of our beachies, one of the gals from the retreat, Liz Fulcher, if you're watching. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Liz messaged us just a couple days ago and said, "Oh, what the heck, I'm coming."
Yay!
And I know at least one other beachy that is on the edge. Jessica! It's not too late to decide to join us. 3 weeks is forever. You've got plenty of time to book a plane ticket, to make plans to road trip, to pick up a room at the hotel, to join us. And we would just so love to have you do that. If you have questions about the event, or if you have questions for Therese or Faydra, please don't hesitate to shout them out. Nick, is there anything you wanted to ask our gals?
Oh, my goodness. Put me on the spot. Well, Faydra, I would love to hear more about what your talk is about.
We haven't even talked about it yet.
Well, right here.
I know you only have a few minutes left, so I thought maybe you could talk about it.
Sure. Well, the one thing that's been on my heart to share with the Beachy sisters and about the Beachy lifestyle is what I call meta decisions. So we all agree that we want to go from point A to point B. It's very easy to make that decision. Hey, I want to lose weight. All right, that's awesome. But what happens is we start moving towards that goal, and along the way we have to make a series of meta decisions, little bitty tiny agreements. And what happens is as soon as you bump up against one that you want to say no to, all bets are off, and then that very first agreement you met, which is to lose weight, it's all of a sudden off the table. And that's when people start to feel bad about themselves and, oh, woe is me. And instead of just facing that tiny, small meta decision. So I'm hoping to talk about that if you guys are up to it.
That sounds really good.
I like it.
That sounds very, very good.
I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
So,
Faydra, that's going to dovetail beautifully with what we're kicking the conference off with, and talking about what is it that has us frazzled and how to get back on solid ground and how to make decisions. So that'll be awesome. Awesome content to pair with it.
And guys, I don't know if you've seen the schedule yet, but we don't start until 10 in the morning.
we have the most unfrazzled schedule.
Yes. I'm like, you can't go for a swim or a walk on the beach and take a shower and have your coffee and everything by 9. So I'm like, let's start at 10, and that way you get your morning beach walk, lay in a cabana, read a book for a little while, and then go in and soak in some smarts. And then
I love it.
We're not going to do like we did last time where we had the meals catered on the mastermind day, because there's a mastermind day. So we're not going to do that because nobody wants to sit in a conference room and eat rubber chicken. We're going to go out. You guys get to mastermind wherever your little group desires, because you guys are going to be helping lead the mastermind groups.
Awesome.
Did you know that? If not, surprise!
That makes me happy because I love mastermind groups.
I knew you'd like it.
Faydra, I know you're going to be jumping out of the room here in just a hot minute because you have another appointment, but thanks for being here with us.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say, my heart, everyone knows that every podcast I'm on, any chance I get to talk, I always refer back to my Beachpreneurs experience. And it was life-changing for me, and I am not minimizing it. It changed my life. It changed my life, and then it changed my business. And I went from a sniveling, sobbing mess to totally back on track. And my heart is so full from that experience. And anybody who comes to that will get the same exact experience if they allow themselves to have it. So it's just an amazing, amazing group of women.
You're going to make me cry.
Aww. Yeah. Faydra, I'm so excited you're speaking. This is going to be so awesome.
Yay!
I literally have goosebumps all over my arms and legs right now. I am so excited for you
guys.
From the first time I met you to now, it's just like trajectory time.
Well, and it literally happened from taking that choice. And that's the one thing I want to say to anybody. If you're waffling, if you're thinking, oh, I don't know, just take the chance, because there's every reason to say no, but there's every reason to say yes. And this is dynamic, powerful women. No nonsense, practical, sometimes in your face, right, Kelly? You and I are kind of known for that, and certainly Therese is. But it's dealt in a loving manner, in a way that you leave knowing that anything that you want to be, do, and have is literally possible. So I'm going to go. You guys have a great hangout. Love you guys.
Love you, Faydra.
Bye.
Well, the thing that Faydra said that really stood out to me is the 5-year thing. In 1 year, are you going to look back and go, oh, I really wish I would have gone to that Beachpreneurs thing because that looked like it was really fun, and instead I sat in my house looking out at the snow, being cold, and watching it all happen on Facebook. And, I mean, is that really the choice? If you're on the fence, I hate regrets more than anything, and I really wish that people that are watching this, that we've invited to watch this, that are on our list, that have been working hard to build their business, I I wish that a year from now instead you could say, like Faydra did, that was the best decision I made. I came out of my shell. I took a risk. I met great people. I have a community, and I feel like that was a turning point for me. And then you look at 5 years and 10 years down the road, and the path that you could be taking. Wait, my hands. The different path you could be taking. Yes, you'll still grow, but having that support it's so important. I mean, if I hadn't met Kelly and gotten in with her community back in 2004 or February of 2005, I was so lonely, and that made connections that have stuck. Obviously, we're partners in an exciting events business now at the beach. So I just wanted to put that out there, that my wish for the people that are watching this is that you don't have regrets later. And if this is something that's really in your heart and you really want to make it happen, then find a way, make it happen.
Yeah, as you're talking about that, Nicole, I'm thinking about how powerful I've been to a lot of conferences, right? And there are very, very few conferences that you'll go to and walk into and feel immediately like you're at home. Mm-hmm. These are your people. So if you're looking for a place to connect and have a support system and support structure, you feel like you're doing life alone, this is the place to make it happen. Come here and be in community with awesome women, get loved on, be loved, love others. It's the most amazing experience. And it really does create that solid foundation that has you be able to even stretch further than you thought you may have been able to stretch before. Because now, even if you fail, you've got amazing women who are there to support you. But without that, stretching further or taking risks or making big leaps in your business is impossible.
Yep. I totally agree. Hangout watchers, you're probably picking up on the fact that all of the speakers at Daytona are ladies who have been to the Beachpreneurs retreat, and
that is not a coincidence.
that was our goal. You know, the first conference in St. Pete, we didn't have enough beachies to draw from, and so, you know, we had wonderful friends come and help us fill our lineup, but this event and any future event we do, it's absolutely our heart to take the ladies who've come to the retreat and put them on stage and show them off to the world, show how incredible they are. And so, Therese, thank you for saying yes to being our keynote.
I would have, like, the thought to say no would never have crossed my mind. I'm such a huge yes to Beachpreneurs and what you two ladies are up to. It is so my heart that women find a home in a community and call forth their greatness. And that's what you two are up to. It's amazing to be a part and connected with what this message brings and makes possible for women in their business.
Thanks, Therese. We're pretty proud of it because we've been in groups with all women before, and sometimes it's not so warm and fuzzy.
Like a little more catty or hard to. Well, I mean, the truth is, going to events like this can be really intimidating and scary because that internal voice, that trickster, will start to have a conversation that says, you know, everybody else's business is going to be better and bigger than yours. It's going to be, you know, they're all going to be catty and trying to compete with one another. Oh, my business is better than yours, or I'm more beautiful than you are. I have a prettier, better life than you do. And this group of people in particular, I've noticed that, man, you ladies are so down to earth. You have amazing lifestyles and lives that you love. And on the same side, you're not constantly making everything look good and perfect and polished so that it makes that life unattainable or frustrating or fake. You're real. So this is an event that's unique in itself, where it's like you can't find women that are committed to this kind of life. And the door is wide open for you to come join us. And heck, come be a speaker, come be so amazing at what you do and build your business so much from what you learn at this conference and going to the Beachpreneurs retreat in Pensacola, that you get on stage for the next lifestyle conference. I mean, like that, just the thought of that for you gets me really excited.
I could just listen to you all day, Therese. I love the way you put words together, and I love your heart so much.
I might get just a little excited.
Exactly. All right, so we're rounding the 30-minute mark, so we want to wrap it up. And
oh wait, I promised I would show Monkey. On my list, I said Monkey might come in.
I was just going to say, Monkey has been the star of the show. Because he's been right here the whole time.
He's dream right now. He's dreaming. He's
Nicole, when you were going like this, you were trajecting people's businesses, you were trajecting right over them.
Monkey, want to come say hi? Monkey, want to come say hi? Yeah, not so much.
The ear. You got one little ear.
Such a nut.
All right, so go to beachpreneurs.com. If you have questions, I'm in a wheeling and dealing mood. I really am. I put the word out over the weekend. We coming up against our hotel deadline. I was in the mood to fill some hotel rooms. If any of you have ever been part of an event, you know we make a commitment to fill a certain number of rooms. And so I did some wheeling and dealing over the weekend. Had a lot of fun talking with people and helping them make it a reality. So if you can get to Daytona and you want to be part of the event, message me. We'll make a deal. And
as you mentioned that, Kelly, there's a quote that comes to mind for me, and it's really that the answer to how is yes.
Yes.
And that in order for this to become a possibility and a reality in your life, you're going to need to make the commitment first, which might feel a little bit scary and like, oh my gosh, how am I going to come up with the money? How am I going to find a way? The truth is you will once you make the commitment. All of a sudden, doors will swing wide open, things will become more possible. So like Kelly said, reach out, ask for what your heart wants, have a conversation with her, see what can become possible, but make the commitment so that you can come be with us and be a part of the community.
Right, and it is an investment. I was on the phone with one of my coaching clients yesterday, and she was saying some amazing things about how her business had grown since she started working with me. And, I keep thinking she's still paying every month. It's about time I should free her. And she goes, don't you dare free me because this is an investment. I'm not spending money. I'm making money. So that's one of the things that I want you to think about when looking at this is if this is something you can do as an investment in your business rather than buying a bunch more ebooks that you may not even open. I mean, you're immersed with successful people and people that are making it happen. They're not just buying ebooks and complaining because they're not making money. And some of the attendees, I can't wait to spend the weekend with. I mean, Kristen is coming. Kristen, how do you pronounce her last name? Kemner. Kristen Kemner is coming, and I just love her. And Yvette, we get to meet Yvette too. She's coming. And who else gets you excited, Cal?
Well, we get to spend time with Liz Felcher, Raven Perkins.
Raven.
Yay!
Kristen Kemner and Robin Smith, they're both my interns right now, and they're both coming. So I'm excited about that.
And Anita's coming? Debbie O'Grady?
Anita, I love that. I'm so excited to see Anita. And I have a good friend of mine, Lynn Mickelson, who's going to be joining us. She's so awesome. I cannot wait to bring her down there and show her off to you guys.
Yay!
Sweet. Lots of new people, too, so I'm
Yeah.
excited. New friends to be made.
Yep. Unfamiliar faces. Familiar faces. Lisa Pepe. We've met Lisa several times. I'm excited she'll be there.
Yes.
It's right in her neck of the woods. So.
Awesome.
All right.
Do you need one more gratuitous monkey shot? His tongue is out, by the way. You may not be able to tell, but his tongue is hanging out while he's sleeping.
I love it. Aw.
Oh, this is when we should mention that Monkey is available for adoption.
He is still a foster puppy. Joe says no. We can't. Oh, he's not over there. I was going to make him feel bad. Joe says no.
Can't keep him. Can't keep him.
No, he said we can't make a 15-year commitment right now with as much travel as we have planned to have dogs.
So a certain Beachy, whom I really want to come, is watching right now. She actually just said, "You guys are making me want to come so bad."
Is it Jessica? Is it Jessica?
Come on. Don't be silly. Just say yes. What's the quote? Why say no when it feels so good to say yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has she said yes yet? Has she said yes yet, Kelly?
We're waiting. We should stay on the hangout until she says yes. Wait, it'll kick us off eventually, won't it?
It's gonna turn into the marathon.
Just pick up the phone and dial us now.
Jessica.
Oh, too awesome. All right. Well, as much as I would love to stay together with you guys, I know we got to let people go, but thanks so much again, Therese.
Thank you for having me. I cannot wait to see everybody and all of you at the Beachpreneurs Conference at the end of the month. It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to glean some wisdom from you, girl. You always inspire me so much, and you help me be a more awesome person, which, hey, that's what life is all about, right?
Hey, I'm humbled and honored if I can be any sort of sense of how awesome and amazing you are. Like, just remind you sometimes. Love it. Mwah.
All right. Watchers, listeners, hope we see you in Daytona. Bye.
21 days?
Bye.
21 days and counting.
Bye, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.